in that box. Oh man, sticker's not going to come on. Oh, come on. Low.
Do it to the right.
To the side.
Yes,
I was going to put that way.
it's probably easy to get stuff out to this way.
Yeah. Oh, there you go, that moves it.
Our car, just like many other modern vehicles out there these days, is equipped with collision detection system. Now that system does recognise that grass as a wall, so I decided to cut the grass down so that the car doesn't feel like it's having a crash every time we try to drive on. Senor Joaquin, who helps us with our farm, noticed that we were pruning the olive trees, and he came down and actually gave us some tips and essentially pruned one of the trees by himself, basically explaining to us what to do, how to do it, and what to avoid, what to look out for, and so on. We're really lucky to have somebody like that to basically guide us through the various things that I'm sure we're going to have to learn in order to look after our farm in the way that it will have been done over the years prior to us owning the place. During this trip we were joined by some of our family, and you'll see a little bit more of them in the next video. The following day, Senor Joaquim came to visit again, as he was a little bit concerned with the amount of prunings that we were going to have if we were to just carry on piling them onto a single pile of prunings, essentially. He suggested that instead of carrying on as we were, we create essentially rows of prunings within the grove, and he was going to then come with a mulching attachment on his tractor and mulch them and then rotivate them into the ground as opposed to burn all of them. And I imagine his sheep will appreciate some of the olive leaves as well.
Okay.
Although with some olive trees you can simply focus on pruning the crown, with others it's not quite so simple. Brambles are definitely one of the worst plants you can find at the base of an olive tree, because you can't just cut it at the bottom and then pull the whole plant out. You end up really cutting it up into pieces and pulling it out bit by bit. The roots aren't too deep, so if you can get those out, then that's just going to help to prevent them from coming back. So I was pruning this olive tree and I noticed there was something on one of the higher branches up in this corner. So I had a look and it's like a little bird's nest. I don't think it's in use at the moment, I think it's probably last year's. There's nothing in there, I had a look and it's a nice little ring lined with moss. Looks very nice. So as much as we're pruning the trees, I think I'm going to leave that half of the tree as it is now. I've already sort of uncovered the nest a little bit. But I'll leave it just on the off chance something else wants to use it. And hopefully it's not too exposed, and you never know, maybe we'll have something else nesting in there. Cool little surprise. Although we run out of time and weren't able to prune all of the olive trees, we have managed to prune the trees in the main part of the olive grove. You can also quite clearly see here how we laid the prunings in rows ready for Senior Joaquin to arrive later with his tractor and the mulching attachment, and he's going to be able to mulch those up after I imagine his sheep had a good munch on the leaves. Although we've not managed to prune all of the olive trees, that's not actually such a bad thing. What will happen is by the time these trees are in desperate need for another heavy prune, the ones that we're going to prune perhaps next year won't need it for another year, which means that we have fewer trees to prune each year. Thank you for watching, we hope you enjoyed this video and we'll hopefully see you in the next one. Até a próxima.